Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. It is that time of the week again. It is ranking time. And again, still trying to go through the different names and, figure out what I'm trying to rank this. So, I mean, right now, it's still power rankings. But yeah, another week of power rankings here. What is this? Week 6, I believe. And, uh, and yeah, there were some interesting movements. And, definitely a little bit of a sea change in different spots here. But starting out at number 32, they dropped 2 spots from the week before. They went 1-2 on the week, 4-6 in the last 10. They have lost 2 in a row, and yeah, unfortunately, they're at 32 this week, and that is the Blackhawks. So Chicago is just, I mean, they're they're a team that they give it their all. They give it their all. They're trying, but it's just the results aren't there, and right now they're just I think they're still obviously in that rebuild mode, and just try to see what kind of draft pick they can get. I guess is kind of where they're at right now. Number 31, moving up 1 spot from the week before. They were 2-1 on the week, 3-6-1 in the last 10. They did win their last game. And again, they move out of the cellar into number 31, and that is the Montreal Canadiens. So the Habs at 31, they of course, again, they're not having a whole lot of luck. I mean, they try, again, like Chicago, they're trying, but it's just, it's not there right now. I mean, Montembeault is trying his darnest. Slafkovsky, Suzuki, Caulfield, the talent is there. It's just the results right now are not. Number 30. Now these guys dropped a bit. They're right there, right? Yeah. Is that 3 spots or is it 5? I'm sure. Might be either 3 or 5 from the week before. I can't exactly remember, but because me and my lovely handwriting. But they went 1-3 on the week, 3-6-1 in the last 10. They did win their last game, and at number 30, it is Columbus. So the Blue Jackets are just again a team I'd like to see do well, but man, it's not there for them right now. It's just not. And again, I want to see them do good, especially with the tragedy that they've dealt with. But as of right now, it's just the results right now they're not right there. They're not there right now. Hopefully that can improve, but we'll have to see. Number 29, moving up 2 spots from the week prior. They went 2-1 on the week. They also went 3-6-1 in their last 10. They also won their last game, but they moved up, so that's not so bad, and that is, of course, Anaheim. So the Ducks are, again, they're a team that's in the bottom. They're in the bottom row, and they're just, they're Dostal can only do so much. Dostal can only do so much. Zegras has got to kind of get his game going. And it's just, I mean, again, Anaheim, they're a team that's trying. And, like I said, Dostal can only do so much. And, I mean, at least they're not dead at the bottom, but I mean, they're sitting number 29. Number 28, dropping 2 spots. Now, I was thinking that the start these guys had was just, like, okay, every team gets off to a bad start, but I honestly thought that they would remedy the situation, but they really haven't. And it's just, they didn't win a game this week. They went 0-1-2 on the week. They are 2-5-3 in their last 10. They have lost their last 3 games. Nashville. What in the world is going on with the Predators? I don't know. I don't understand. When you've got a goaltender the caliber of UC Saros, you should be a better team. They picked up Brady Shea. They picked up Jonathan Marchessault. They picked up Steven Stamkos. They still had, Roman Josi and I don't know. I don't know what this team is right now, other than a team that right now it's just if they don't figure something out, there might be some there. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there's some changes somewhere along the line. Speaking of potential changes, at number 27, dropping 3 spots, they went 1-2-1 on the week, 4-4-2 in the last 10. They won their last game, but at what point do you maybe consider maybe the coach goes away? Pittsburgh. So the Penguins are 27. They're I don't know. When do you make changes? Mike Sullivan's been there a long time. He's gotten this team to a couple of Stanley Cups back to back. And it just, right now it's not working with him. It's not working for him. And I don't know. I don't know at what point you make those changes, but does it get to that point for the Penguins? And is that change firing the coach? Not exactly sure, but we'll have to see. Number 26. These guys moved up 2 spots, which, a lot of people would look at that and be like, wait, what? But, they went 1-1-2 on the week, 5-3-2 in the last 10. They did suffer a shootout loss in the last game. And again, they're not that far away from getting out of the bottom row. San Jose, look at the Sharks. What is going? The Sharks? The Sharks are 26th. Holy cow! They're not as bad. They're not as bad as I think a lot of people were thinking. They're not as bad as they were last year. They're, are they going to be a playoff team? Of course they're not. They're not going to be a playoff team. But it's good to see them having some success, and to see them, on this side of the bottom row, to maybe, they play well enough. Who knows? Maybe they get out of that bottom row next week. How cool would that be? San Jose, number 26 this week. Number 25, dropping 3 spots from the week prior, and this is another team. It's confusing. They're confusing. They went 1-2 on the week, 3-6-1 in the last 10. Losers of 2 straight. And again, you want to talk about making changes? At what point do the Red Wings make some changes? At what point does the Yzer plan get scrapped? I don't know. Detroit is they're a team that makes you scratch your head. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on there. Again, this is a team I thought would be better. But honestly, right now, they're not. And, you want to talk about changes? At what point do the Red Wings say, okay, the Yzer plan is not working and we got to go a different direction? Who knows? Number 24. Now, this was the biggest drop of the week. I had these guys up here last week. Now they're down to number 24. They dropped 11 spots from the week prior. The St. Louis Blues, they have struggled lately. They went 1-1-1, but again, they've been struggling for the last couple of weeks, and it's just some of the teams, that were down here, just they did a lot better, and it knocked them all the way down. And so yeah, St. Louis sitting at number 24 right now, and we'll see if they can make their way back up the standings. But Bennington, Kyrou, the Blues, they've hit a little bit of a snag here. We'll see if they can get out of it. Number 23, dropping 2 spots. They also went 1-1-1 on the week, 4-4-2 in the last 10. They did suffer an overtime loss in their last game. And again, this is a team I'm used to seeing in the top row, or at least the top 2 rows. Seeing them still down here in the 3rd row is definitely interesting. And there was a point they were in the bottom row, and that's Boston. The Bruins are just another head scratching team. They signed Swayman to a big number deal, and it's just they're Pasternak, Marchand, Coyle, Zadorov. I mean, these guys, they're just I don't know, just right now they don't really have it. And I don't know if they can get out of this. But yeah, I mean, sitting number 23, definitely an unfamiliar spot for the Bruins to be that low. Number 22, dropping 9 spots from the week prior. And again, not necessarily because they were playing bad. They really didn't. I mean, they went 1-1 on the week, but again, they're 3-5-2 in their last 10. They did, however, lose their last game, and that, of course, is Utah. So the Utah Hockey Club, soon to be potential actual have a name. They just, I'm thinking, because I mean, I had them up in this area. I thought they were playing well enough, but then we're getting to that point of the season now where some of these other teams, they're going to start playing even better, and even though you're playing well enough to be up here, those teams will move, which will push them down. And here they are this week at number 22. Number 21, moving up 2 spots. Even though, again, this is another case of this is a team that moved up, even though they're on a 2-game losing streak. And that is Ottawa. So the Senators are a team, again, the Sens are a team I want to see do well. I want to see them do well. I want to see them compete for a playoff spot. They're an enigma right now. I mean, you've got Linus Ullmark in net, good goaltender. Brady Tkachuk, Drake Batherson, Sanderson, good young talent. Again, it's trying to put it all together. And, again, like I said, I'd like to see them make a run at the playoffs. We'll see if they can. We'll see if they can move back up any further on this board for next week. But this week, they're number 21. Number 20, moving up 9 spots. Now, this is one of those cases of a team that, knocked some of these teams down because they moved up. They moved up 9 spots. They went 3-0 on the week. They are 6-3-1 in their last 10. And again, winners of 3 in a row. And again, and this is a team. 1 week they're good, 1 week they're bad. We don't know exactly what kind of team they are. This week, though, they're number 20, and that is, of course, the Philadelphia John Tortorella's, or as they're known as, the Philadelphia Flyers. So the Flyers are I mean, this is a team that were down here last week. They were this far down last week. And, they've had a good run. Michkov looking like he's going to be that guy for them, which I'm really, really happy for, and I want to see him do well. I want to see Philly do well. And, to see them move up 9 spots, I got to say, I think it's pretty cool, and hopefully they can move up a little further. Number 19. Now, this particular team, they dropped 2 spots. They went 1-1-1 on the week. They are 4-4-2 in the last 10. They did lose their last game, however, and that is, of course, the New York Islanders. So the Islanders, another example of a team that you're just not sure what they are. We're not sure what they are. We're not sure what kind of team they are, who they are, what they are from one week to the next. They're a team that, they can hang around. Then once the playoff starts, you never know. They can end up in the conference final again. That's kind of what the Islanders are. And they're kind of doing that again right now. They're kind of right there in the middle of the road, and it's just, we'll see what more Patrick Waugh can get out of these guys. But yeah, this week they're number 19. Number 18. Now, the epitome of 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And it is frustrating. Number 18 is the Buffalo Sabres. Now, again, what kind of team are they? They look so good from one week, and then the next week they look just god-awful. I mean, this week, they went 1-2 on the week. Their last 10, they're only 5-5 in the last 10. I don't get it. And earlier on in the week, I had Buffalo like up here. I had Buffalo. I think at some point of this week, I think I had Buffalo as high as like 14. But again, here they go again. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And again, Buffalo, like Ottawa, I want to see them make a playoff run. I want to see them get in the playoffs. It's been forever. But again, like I said, Buffalo, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Can they at least maybe go 2 steps forward, 1 step back? Can we get it going the other way? I don't know. But Buffalo this week is number 18. Number 17. Now this team moved up 8 spots. They have won 4 straight. They went 3-0 on the week, even though their last 10 is only 5-5. They're on a 4-game heater right now, and they're not that far out of that second row. And that is, of course, we are going to release the Kraken. The Kraken are number 17 this week. And again, a team that from one week to the next, you just don't know what they are. And it just, again, Seattle is a team I want to see do well. I want to see them do well, and can they maybe get into that second row next week? Well, if they keep on winning, they will. We'll see if they can do it. Number 16, moving up 2 spots. Now, earlier in the week, I had this team right out just outside the top 10. They went 2-1 on the week, 5-5 in the last 10. They did lose their last game, and again, that's kind of why it dropped them back down into this spot. But they're out of they're at least in the top half. They're in the top half of the board, and that's Colorado. The Avalanche, again, their goaltending is the epitome of meh. They're just mid. And, they're getting healthier. They're getting healthier. You've got McKinnon, you've got Rantanen, you've got Makar, you've got a darn good squad of talent. That goaltending, though, is, I don't know. It will not surprise me if at some point they end up having to make a trade to get a goaltender. But yeah, I mean, right now, at least Colorado's in the top half of the board, higher than they've been most of the season. Number 15, moving down 4 spots. They went 1-2 on the week, 5-4-1 in the last 10. They did win their last game, but again, they dropped 4 spots. You know, they didn't exactly have the best week, and that is the LA Kings. So the Kings are 15 this week. And again, the Kings are a team that sometimes you just don't know what you're getting out of them. You don't know what you just don't know what you get, what you're getting out of them. And I do think they are better than what they've kind of shown recently. But I think right now, kind of putting them right smack dab in the middle is kind of the right spot for them right now. We'll see if they can move their way up again. Maybe next week they can start moving their way back up. Number 14, moving up 1 spot. And the fact these guys are still in the top half of this board is pretty neat. They went 2-1 on the week. They are 4-4-2 in their last 10. They did win their last game. And that's Calgary. So the Flames are still in. They're still in this top half of the board. They're still up there. And it's good to see. Can they get any higher? What more can they do? We're not quite sure. But the fact that they're still in this top half of the board, I think is pretty cool. And we'll see if they can keep that up. Number 13, moving up 7 spots. Even though tonight they did lose, they lost in overtime tonight. They went 2-0-1 on the week, 6-3-1 in the last 10. And it does seem like they're kind of starting to get that stuff together and make a move. And that is the Oilers. So Edmonton at 13, I think is a decent spot for them right now. And I think they're getting better. I mean, McDavid hit his thousandth point. And, it's good to see Edmonton kind of making that move. We'll see if they can keep that upward trajectory going. Number 12, moving up 4 spots, they moved up. They went undefeated on the week. They went 2-0. They're only 5-4-1 in their last 10. But, they've moved up 4 spots. Kind of where I think, kind of area that I think they should be in. And that is, of course, Tampa. So the Lightning, they were 16 last week. They're back up to 12 this week. And, Tampa, again, with Vasilevsky in goal, Hedman, Kucherov, Point, Gensel. This is a team that is, I think, a good team. And honestly, I don't see them. I don't necessarily see them dropping any further back. Maybe they do. I don't know. But yeah, Tampa sitting at number 12 right now. It's a good spot for them right now. Number 11, dropping 2 spots. And again, this is a team. They're confusing. They're very confusing. They went 2-1 on the week, 6-3-1 in their last 10. They did win their last game. Granted, the last game was against Chicago tonight, and that was Vancouver. So the Canucks are just On the road, they're pretty good. At home, they struggle. Now, they got a home win tonight, which was good, but they have to string more of those together. They have to string more of those together if they want to keep up the pace here. But I mean, they're sitting at number 11 right now, so I mean, it's not bad, but I think they can do a little bit better. Number 10, staying exactly where they were from the week before, even though they are on a 2-game win streak. They went 2-1 on the week. They are 7-2-1 in the last 10. It's just where a couple of these other teams were that were behind them. They kind of made some movement, and they had moved up, but they ended up back where they were last week, and that, of course, is the Toronto Maple Leafs. So the Leafs, of course, they're in the top 10. They're looking pretty good. Had a big win over the Oilers tonight, and I have to say, when it comes to the Maple Leafs, he's an unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. He keeps performing like he has been. That his price just keeps on rising. Mitch Marner. His price is just going to continue to go higher and higher and higher. I don't know what the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to do. I don't know what they want to do. But yeah, the way Marner has looked again this year, had that really nice game-winning goal tonight. Yep, his stock is only going up, and we'll see if it gets any higher. Number 9, dropping 3 spots. Again, not because they played badly, really. They did go 1-1 on the week, 6-4 in their last 10, winners of their last game, and that, of course, is the New York Rangers. So the Rangers are number 9. I think the Rangers are a team that is going to be reckoned with. They're a team that is a force to be reckoned with, and I think they are. They're going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem for any Metropolitan Division team, and I honestly think the Rangers, potentially as soon as next week, I could see them back up here again. Number 8, staying in the same spot. Now, this is a team, I had these guys earlier on in the week. I had them as high as 4th, but then they kind of fell back to earth here. They went 2-2 on the week, 7-3 in the last 10. They did win their last game, but again, we had some teams that were behind them that just passed them, and that is New Jersey. Again, I had the Devils at one point at the early part of the week. I had them number 4, and then they just kind of gradually fell back to where they were the week prior. New Jersey, again, they're leading. I believe they're leading the Metropolitan Division. I expected them to be a lot better than they were they were prior, the year prior, and they are. And right now they're sitting in that in that top row, which is a pretty decent spot to be. Number 7, falling 2 spots from the week before. They went 1-1 on the week, 6-3-1 in the last 10. And this is a team I did have them higher just a couple weeks ago, and that is, of course, Washington. So the Capitals are, they're having a good season. They really are. They're having a good season. They're having a good little run. And I think they'll continue to improve. They'll continue to do to I think become a better team. And Ovechkin just slowly but surely gets to I think they'll get to Ovechkin just slowly but surely continues to make that climb toward Gretzky. And yeah, so the Capitals this week are number 7. Number 6, moving up 6 spots from the week prior. They're on a little bit of a heater too. They went 3-0 on the week, 6-4 in the last 10, winners of 3 straight, and that is the Dallas Stars. So the Stars are number 6, and I think the Dallas Stars are. I think they're kind of they're rolling into form right now. They had a win over the Minnesota Wild tonight, who unfortunately Minnesota just, I don't know why, Minnesota just always struggles against the Dallas Stars. But Dallas is they're looking good. They had some struggles the last couple of weeks, and they're kind of getting it back together again. Number 5, moving down 1 spot. They went 1-1-1 on the week, 6-3-1 in the last 10. They just lost tonight to these aforementioned Dallas Stars, and that, of course, is Minnesota. Now, Minnesota, earlier in the week, I had Minnesota. I had them 3. If they would have beaten Dallas, they might have ended up number 2. If they would have beaten Dallas. They did not beat Dallas, unfortunately. And so, they're number 5. They're still in the top 5, though. So, that's not not bad. And, at this point of the season, the Wild still even being in that as high as they are, it's a little shocking, especially to, at least this Minnesota Wild fan. Number 4, moving up 3 from the week before. They went 2-1 on the week, 7-2-1 in the last 10, winners of 2 straight, and that is, of course, Vegas. So the Golden Knights are I believe they're leading the Pacific Division right now. Vegas is a good team. They're a darn good team, and I think they will only do better. They will only continue to improve, and it will not surprise me if at some point they end up here. Number 3. Now here's the big sea change. Dropping 2 spots from the last 4 weeks. They went 1-2 on the week. They've kind of had a little bit of a snag here. 7-3 in their last 10. They have lost 2 in a row, and that is the Winnipeg Jets. Now, for a team that had been at number 1 for basically the last 4 weeks, with an incredible start, they're still off to a great start. But they've kind of hit a little bit of a snag. They lost to Tampa Bay. They kind of got blown out in that game. They played Florida this week. They played Florida, and they got their doors blown off by Florida. And so, the Panthers, the Jets, they've hit a little bit of a snag, and we'll see how they can rebound. I mean, they're still 15-3, so we'll see if they can keep this going. Number 2, staying in the same spot as they had been. They would have been number one. They kind of had a couple of little hiccups earlier in the week, but they ended up pulling out a nice win against Winnipeg, which results in them staying in the same spot at number 2, and that is, of course, the reigning defending champion Florida Panthers. So the Panthers, like I said, they possibly could have been number 1 if they would have had a little better start to the week, and but I mean they're still there in the in the top 2, and we'll see if they can improve that here this next week. And number 1, moving up 2 spots, they went 2-1 on the week, 8-2 in the last 10. They did win their last game, and for the first time all season in the power rankings here, we have Carolina at number 1. So the Hurricanes are number 1 this week. They're better than I thought they were going to be. I really thought they would not be as good as they have been, but they're looking really good right now. They are looking really good. They've had a hiccup here and there, but again, they've done well, and this week they're currently number 1. Now, will that maintain? We will have to see. And so yeah, I swear I can talk. This is the rankings for this week, for week 6, I believe this is. And yeah, who do you think I have too high? Who do you think's too low? Who do you think maybe is just right? Where I have some of these teams, do you think I belong in the straitjacket, or is it pretty much right about where you would think they'd be? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hit like, hit subscribe, let your friends know about the channel. If you would like to share this video or any other video from the channel, from any other power rankings, jersey unboxing, whatever, go right ahead. Share that with your friends, share that with your family, and again, hit like, hit subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. And I'm about, what am I, about 250 away from 3,000 subscribers. So yeah, I think that would be fantastic to hit that. I don't know if I could hit that by the end of the year. That would be awesome if I could hit that by the end of the year. But we'll see. Kind of depends on all of you. And yeah, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about the channel. Tell your family about the channel. If there's anybody out there that loves hockey content, let them know about the channel. Send them this way. And yeah. So, what teams do you think are in the right spots? What teams are in the wrong spots? How crazy do you think I am about having some of these teams where they are? Let me know your guys' opinions. Hit like and subscribe. And I will see you guys later.